Cheers. This is Kitty Anderson again. I am a board certified menopause coach, and this channel, Creative Menopause Recovery, was created to help you with menopause. Menopause is a huge transition. For some of us, it's 10 years long, and we know that hormone loss creates damage, and getting our HRT and getting it optimized is difficult. Our systems just aren't set up for wellness. It's just not. And today I want to talk a little bit about algorithms and the menopause echo chamber that you might be in. You have to be in. Actually, you have to be in an echo chamber. If you live in America or any place that's pretty digital, you're in an echo chamber and you might be hearing a lot of distracting news that takes you away from the good news of HRT, right? So that's foundational for your recovery is the hormone replacement. Your tissues will be damaged if you don't have it. And no doctor is telling you. I hate it when I see a doctor on YouTube say, you have a choice to make. It's a discussion of risks and benefits with your doctor. Well, all the risks are related to oral. And if you're using transdermal, there are no risks. The risk is not using HRT. So you're stuck. You are in an echo chamber. You're being advertised to constantly. This is really a problem. You're not getting the good news about HRT. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm always here, right? So one of the things I want to tell you about is there's a very narrow view of the world when you have menopause and you're searching for information on menopause. The system, the internet, knows that you're looking, and the internet is serving you up only recent information. So think about that. My oldest videos are the ones on the things that are most important, but you don't get to see those. You are served up only my latest video. And what this does is forces me to release videos frequently. So at least once a week, or the channel will totally die, because most of the viewing is coming from YouTube serving up a new video, only a new video. They're not serving up the old ones very frequently at all. So even if you're searching on something very specific that I'm teaching about, they are not serving it to you in the results list. They are giving you recent information that looks similar to what I do. So basically, my channel views go way, way down the further I get from releasing a video. But what it forces me to do is to spread the information out, right? So you're getting some duplicate information across the videos because you're not going to see my oldest videos. Nobody ever sees those old videos. And then we have something called playlists, but nobody ever goes to the playlist, right? So I have one for autoimmune disease, one for mental health, one for how to work with your doctor. I've got all these focused playlists, but if you don't come to my channel and go to my playlist, you're not going to get all that information condensed for you. I'm trying to make the information condensed so that you get to recovery faster. So the internet is not set up for you to learn quickly. The internet is just not set up for that. It does not want you well. It gets to advertise to you more if you spend more hours on YouTube. So this is all a problem for you. I'm so sorry that this echo chamber is existing, and it will slow you down. I guarantee it will slow you down. I'm so sorry. I want to tell you also that my YouTube videos are about a year behind my research. So I've been doing research on hair loss and hair retention. I've been doing research that advances our knowledge on brain health. And I've been doing nutrition research at the same time. So I've been evaluating intermittent fasting, but I can't get the video to intermittent fasting out fast enough. I can't get it to you. There's just too much content for me to deliver. So what you can do to learn what I know is email me at jumpstartaip at gmail.com, and I will send you an invoice for one of my ebooks. My ebooks are the up-to-date research, and I research every single morning. Every single morning, I'm on looking at research papers and knitting together a solution for you, a safe solution for you, non-toxic solution for you. I want to evaluate everything for safety. So that's one of the services I provide that you don't hear much about, but it's out there. I've got ebooks for you. I want to tell you also that I learned that when I post a video on negative news on a particular drug, that one gets a lot of views. That one travels fast. That one gets shared. That one gets served up more. So, negative information is way more likely to find its way to you than positive information. So, just keep this in mind and how that negative information will pull you off track. We as human beings are naturally responsive to negative news. It is a survival mechanism, right? So it's kept us alive in traditional times. So we glom on to negative news. And that is going to slow you down because they're going to be delivering, YouTube is going to be delivering negative news to you. And that's one of the ways I'm different. I have very few negative videos, very few, because I want you to feel positive about HRT. I want you to see somebody's here, somebody's doing okay, somebody knows what it does finally, somebody knows all the risk of not having it, right? So don't let negative news put you off of HRT, right? Don't let that happen. In fact, sadly, there is now a $500 course for you to learn about breast cancer and HRT. So they're really taking advantage of the women who can't get information on breast cancer and HRT. They can't get it. So that's a lot of money to pay for figuring out if you need to do HRT. Basically, you need to do it. You still need to do it. And the oncologists, the breast cancer doctors, are learning that their patients do far, far better with the HRT. Their patients do far, far better. So the mechanism that they thought was causing cancer is not estrogen. It is not. It's actually other things. And they talk about how the cancer prevention drugs actually are causing progressive tumors. So they think they know what's going on, but they don't. So you're putting in a natural identical molecule. You don't have to spend $500 to get information about breast cancer and HRT. Read the book Estrogen Matters. Talk to your oncologist about Estrogen Matters. Get on top of this. You don't have to spend $500, but somebody is playing you. Somebody's out there, a doctor is out there playing you for profit. She's going to take 1,000 women through her course, her videos on breast cancer and HRT. You can read a book. 25 bucks. Read a book. Okay? Here it is. Here it is. Estrogen Matters. Simple book. Very, very simple. Written by a man who a large percentage of his practice is breast cancer patients. So, written from oncology. This is the only book you need to read. This man put his wife and mother, who are both breast cancer survivors, on HRT. Of course he did. It's your hormone. If high levels of hormone cause cancer, then all young people would have cancer, right? So, yeah, it's never made sense. So they kind of figured a partial solution. They figured the estrogen receptor was involved in this. Well, now they know there's different estrogen receptor variations on different individuals. And so some people have a tendency towards having problems with that estrogen receptor that turns into cancer. They also have problems on other genes that cause problems that turns into cancer. So really, we keep doing this. When when toxins are really driving most cancers, 40% of your cancer risk is a toxin. So it's your antiperspirant, right? Or deodorant, right? Anything that you're putting on your skin, anything that you're putting on your skin that is absorbing into your bloodstream and going throughout your body, and your body has to get rid of it. It's a foreign object. So you really have to be careful on toxins. That's what causes cancer. Oh my gosh, or sedentary life. That causes cancer. We definitely know that. Or shift work. That has a relationship to cancer, or obesity. And we know that your HRT is going to stop obesity. It's going to help you lose weight. You're going to get your hormones back in. That's a part of the solution. All right. One thing that's difficult is my channel might disappear. It might disappear. It's because I talk about hormones and they are also drugs. And so they think I'm a drug maker. They haven't looked hard at my videos. They haven't looked hard. So, but it could disappear at any time because the word drugs, if any drug names are in my video or in my YouTube description, even if they're human hormones, that is a violation of community guidelines. So that is a problem. And this channel can disappear at any time. I just need you to know they're in charge and they can erase me. I can be erased. It's fine. I'm doing what I can, but I can be erased. I also want to let you know that I could also get sued. And I laugh at this. I have no idea how this is going to work. I don't make enough money for anybody to get rich off of suing me. Um, but I actually speak about research related to products, and these products all have a big corporation behind them. So they'll most likely give me a cease and desist order and threaten to sue me. That is a normal American thing, right? Is to put your brand image front and center, right? So if anybody is tarnishing your brand, you need to get them to stop. So that's a part of what goes on in this world on the internet is that there are constant feedback loops from corporations who really want to take down anybody saying anything negative, right? So anything has to be controlled and managed. So once again, that could cause me to just disappear. So my messaging would be lost. And you can guarantee that some other people have already stepped forward and tried this messaging, and they were discouraged by a large corporation. So um, I'm taking some risk. I don't think it's a huge risk. I think they'll just want to make me quiet and make me disappear. But I don't think there's a big risk other than that. So hopefully I can keep this up. All right. I want to remind you that higher dosing is not the standard of care. They are dosing typically to get rid of hot flashes, and that's kind of the marker that they use. But they are not dosing you for mental health. They are not dosing you for optimal mental health to make sure that you can stop using those antidepressants that cause fractures. That's not their goal. So your goal is to optimize your HRT and to try and get to the highest possible dose that relieves all of your mental health symptoms as well as your physical symptoms. So my philosophy is that the higher doses are definitely going to be necessary on younger women, and the real experts will dose you really high. I have one client using 4.1 milligram patches. So they are using enough patches to get a good sleep. So they're dosing up to get a good sleep. So they're dosing for symptoms. And that's what I'm going to encourage all of you to do, is to push the limits. And if you get any type of toxicity from it, anything feels abnormal, just dose down, right? It's pretty. Another messaging that's coming at menopausal women right now through doctors, through internet doctors, through people who are selling you a course. Like there's one doctor, Haver, I think. She has 70,000 students. So no personal care there. And She is messaging out on YouTube and TikTok and everywhere that you should be doing intermittent fasting. Okay, so the biggest problem with intermittent fasting is no one's done any research on menopausal women and low hormones and how that plays into intermittent fasting. They do know that people who do intermittent fasting don't have enough calories typically. They're going for weight loss. They don't have calories for health. They don't have nutrients for health. They don't have enough. You only eat twice a day, so you don't have enough time to get in all the nutrients that you need. And it's not optimal for your body to eat twice a day. That is not optimal for absorption and digestion. It's not. You need a break in between meals, but this is not optimal. So when the internet is telling you to do intermittent fasting, it's talking to premenopausal people or men, right? It works better for men than for women. We have cycles of hormones and we have cycles of strength and weakness during the month. So we have hormone related issues and no one is taking this into account. Nobody. So you're going to get a lot of messaging that just says blanket statement intermittent fasting is good. And there's no proof. There's no proof whatsoever. And in fact, the functional medicine doctors that speak out on this for women at menopause are saying it's individual. You have to do what makes you feel good, which is kind of what I've been saying. You know, you're going to do what makes you feel good. And there's going to be a trade off between nutrients and some of the energy that you might feel and some clarity that you might be feeling with intermittent fasting. So, always keep in mind, they're not talking to us. They're not talking to menopausal women. And if they are talking to menopausal women, it's often bogus, right? So they're selling you a course. If there are 70,000 other people following you into this course, then it is mass marketing. That's all it is. It's not a solution necessarily for you. The other reason that intermittent fasting is popular is because it's not a meal plan. So dietitians in the United States have a political pack, a power group, right? And they want to force anybody who is not a dietitian, a licensed dietitian, they want to force them to never speak about diet. Never, ever. Not even your personal experience. They do cease and desist letters all the time on anybody who says they're a nutritionist, right? So there's certain state laws that protect the dietitians and their income. It's their income, right? So there's just one way to do things, and that's the dietitian way. And there's a lot of corporate influence on what the dietitians get taught. And there's tons of corporate influence on what a dietitian serves to someone in the hospital, right? So those liquid foods, that's a corporation. That's a corporation that's making money on the liquid foods. People do better on real food, on whole food. They don't get well in the hospital on the liquid food. It is poor, poor nutrition. It is horrible for your body. So there's a lot of things that are legal in America that are going to hurt us. And the fact that dietitians control the messaging on what's nutritious, it's a political action group. I mean, it is really, really vile and unfortunate that we can't get good, honest information. We just have too many people who are going to make money on instant meals, liquid meals, all kinds of things that won't make you healthy. It won't make you healthy. I'm so sorry. It just can't. It can't be simple. Cooking is not simple. So if you're not getting your health back within 4 months of pursuing HRT, of making nutrition changes, of working on stress, working on sleep, don't let this go on, please. You can come for coaching. We can problem solve exactly where the issue is. Um, You can email me for my ebooks. We can get you the right information you need to get you over the hurdle. You're stuck. If it's a 4-month process, you are stuck. Even if you're in perimenopause while things are changing, you should have a master plan for how to get through perimenopause. And then you know that you have to boost up that dose of everything when your periods stop. So that's menopause. So when that stops, you've got to ramp up or you're going to sink into a hole. You're going to feel horrible. So you'll know when that happens. You will know when that happens. So come to me if you need a master plan. That's kind of what we work on. And we'll try to get you accelerated, accelerate your recovery. That is what it's all about. Don't wait for my next video to solve your problem. That's not going to happen. I can't anticipate what your personal situation is, right? So I can't do that. This is just general education so that you understand, there's somebody who's doing well and somebody who knows how hormones work and they know how nutrition works. And that's really why I'm here. I'm here to give you that foundational education so that my coaching session with you can be really productive, so that we can accelerate your focus and get you motivated to make some big changes in your life, because this is such a pivot point. This is a point where you have to change direction and you want to change direction. You're like, oh, I'm been kind of run into the ground. Most of us have. And most of us are looking forward to good relationships in our future. Our relationships are kind of beat up. They're kind of beat up right now. And spending more time on the internet is not going to solve your problem. It is not going to solve your problem. So come for coaching or do some problem solving with a friend. Do some type of collaboration that gets you into a new headspace for change. And unfortunately, it's not usually our doctor, right? We want it to be our doctor, but it's not usually our doctor. So find a friend or come for coaching. Find somebody to get this accelerated in your life. Give yourself 4 months to get those hormones together. If it's not happening and you don't feel great, make a change. Okay, good to see you.